Let's take a look at the chart action for Chainlink. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. This is the weekly time frame. I'm looking at a top right here and a top right here. Kind of looks like we have a double top going something like this. Let's do a trend line, something like this. And we have a bottom, maybe somewhere right here. What I would do is target from the top to the bottom of this double top or M pattern or little channel pattern, drag to the breakout, and we're looking at a target of approximately 15.45, and that also lines up with this support level right here. So what I would probably also do is do a horizontal line right here at the bottom of this support. We came down, found support right here, got a bounce, and started trending up. So I would also be targeting this area, and they both line up coincidentally. So I'm looking at around 15.35, 15.37. Hopefully it could come down and get a bounce at this level here. If we switch over the daily time frame, this is the other thing I'm looking at. We have resistance. Let's go ahead and just delete everything. We're looking at 15.35. Let's go ahead and delete everything though. We have resistance, 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 and then we have some support, support, support. The bottom doesn't really look that clean, but the top kind of does. It kind of does look like we have a nice clean trend line on the top. So it basically looks like we're coming in and testing it, testing it, testing it. I'm kind of curious when we're going to break out. Right now it does, like if we jump over the 4-hour time frame, we are holding support for right now. We have a bottom right here and a bottom right here. Let's do a trend line something like this. For right now, it is still possible that we do break to the upside. We're still in this pattern, kind of bouncing in between these trend lines. It's possible if we break up or down. What we'll be looking at is if we break up, we can start targeting these previous resistance levels, or if we break down like I was talking about, I'll be looking at that previous support level down here, sitting around 15.35, I think it was. So I guess the question right now is, can we hold support on this line right here, keep bouncing on it, and then get a breakout to the upside right here? This is kind of looks like a falling wedge, and a falling wedge is usually a bullish pattern, but it also could be a triangle. I mean, it could break either up or down, and like I was talking about, we are kind of in a downtrend right now. Until we break the downtrend that we're in, we're going to be looking at these levels down here, and let's go ahead and draw that downtrend. Let's delete everything, and we could look at it a couple different ways. Let's go to the weekly. We have resistance right here, resistance right here, and I think that's the first downtrend that we're looking at, something like this. This is the bigger one in general. And then we also have one, let's go to the daily time frame. We also have one something like this. Like I said, we're getting really close to this trend line right here on the daily time frame. Let's see if we could break above this one. This will be the first one, and then the next one, if we start coming up, maybe we can start targeting, if we break to the upside, maybe somewhere up here around $30, $30.19, somewhere around there. And then we could also maybe target the previous resistance as well, which would be maybe around 34.78. I think these are the next two levels that I'd be looking at. If we continue to head down, I'll be looking at 15.35. I think I said it was. It's possible that it even goes down to maybe 13.56. It looks like we have a dip down all the way down there, maybe around $13, $14, and then $15, somewhere around there. And then if we start breaking to the upside, what I'll be looking at is this previous resistance at around 34.78. It's also possible that we get rejected or we get resistance somewhere in this area over here at this trend line, maybe somewhere around $28, $27. I don't know. It's possible the price breaks through this trend line, going to the upside, and then we have to come test this trend line again, something like that. As long as we're pushing down on this uptrend, as long as this downtrend is giving us trouble, I'm looking at this previous support down here. And if this one doesn't hold, then we can start looking at the next previous supports. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like Chainlink, hit the thumbs up button. If you plan on storing crypto for the long term, I suggest you get a Ledger Nano X. Store your crypto securely with the hardware wallet. You have your keys, you have your coins. If your coins are on exchange, for me, I just like having complete custody over my crypto, especially my bigger holdings like Bitcoin and Ethereum. The Ledger Nano X supports a bunch of different cryptos, and you could actually store a bunch of different cryptos on them at the same time compared to the Ledger Nano S. The other cool thing about this is it has Bluetooth, so you can use it with Bluetooth devices like your phone, tablet, or computer. If you're new to crypto, I really suggest thinking about getting one of these eventually. Get yourself one for Christmas and become your own bank. You basically become your own bank with one of these things. It's pretty awesome. Alright, if you guys liked the video, hit the thumbs up.